Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're looking at this, which is a flashlight from Powertac. This is the Warrior G4-FL. FL is for flood. So I will tell you right off the bat, I have tested out Warriors before from Powertac. I have devastated these things to the point of actually shooting one of the Warriors with a shotgun and it still worked. So I originally got connected to Powertac because I saw some of their videos actually at Blade Show and was just super impressed with the durability. They sent me a Warrior. I beat the living tar out of it. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video and also in the description section. The Warrior is a super rugged flashlight. They build a lot of their lights with law enforcement in mind. It's not just quick, you know, pump out a flashlight every other week. They're really thinking about the design. They are super rugged, just a great flashlight. So the Warrior FL is meant to be a floodlight. It's compact. I'll show you right here. You know, your standard battery for a lot of lights that people are using today. It's going to run off an 18650. This is a 3200 milliamp and let's see, 3.6 volt battery. This is a fantastic light. I have had very few lights from Powertac that I haven't used and really enjoyed. I recently tested out their headlamp. Definitely in the top 5, maybe the top 3, maybe it's my favorite of all time. So a great light. Stand behind these lights. Let me give you some of the details about the Warrior G4-FL, and then we'll take it out into the night and use it, as well as showing you some footage from inside. All right, so for a lot of the Powertac lights you get, especially the larger ones, you're gonna get this kind of carrying case with it. So, which is nice, you know, if you want to just keep this like in your car under a seat so you can take it out and use it. It's got everything nice and organized for you. So there's the case. It's not made of something, you know, super durable. It's not Kydex, but it's, you know, a nice solid plastic. Kydex, that's what it's called. It's not Kydex, but it's a durable plastic. They do give you all the information on the back as far as your lumen output, what's included with the actual light. Let me give you the lumens real quick. Okay, so we have Firefly 0.72 lumens, that's gonna run for 60 days. Low 95 lumens for 15 hours. Medium for 333 lumens, that's 5.06 hours. High at 1430, so 1430 lumens for 1.26 hours, and then your turbo is going to be 400 or 4200 lumens for 1.23 hours. You also have a strobe for 830 lumens at 3.05 hours. Now, the burn time for the turbo is 1.23 hours, and it's not 2 minutes and then dropping down. I have used these at a high level consistently, and they burn and burn and burn. Now, I think I haven't used it long enough to actually see a significant drop, but it is not like a 2 minutes at turbo and then dropping down, you know, 500 lumens or 1000 lumens from there and then running for another 60 minutes. So burn time, if that's a big deal for you, I would definitely encourage you to check out Powertac. Let me show you some of the accessories that actually come with the light here. So you get this little kind of envelope of stuff. There's some O-rings in here. There's a couple Powertac stickers and the other general information. You do get a lanyard, which I'm not a big lanyard person, but I guess it's nice to have one. You do get one of their proprietary charging cords with a USB here on the end, and then the other end is this magnetic section, which actually clicks right onto that ring right there, like so, to charge it up. One thing that's interesting is that if you look at that, you can see there's like kind of a rubber kind of, I don't know, backing there. If you pop that out, there is a, I forget if it's a micro USB or a USB-C. Let me pop this out and see if I can get this to take this out and then take a look. Anyhow, I'll do that in a second. I need a little, like, you know, pry tool or something, like a screwdriver or something to pop that out. I'll show you that in a minute, but then also it does come with a holster, which is like this. So these are molded for the actual Powertac, and they're really solid. They're too wide to go over your standard Molly, but you could put it certainly over a belt or just, you know, in general over like a strap on a pack or something like that. But this thing is locked in super solid. It is not, the thing is definitely not slipping out at all. All right, let's talk through the light here real quick. So you can see the bezel, a little bit more aggressive. You can pop that aggressive kind of strike face off if you want to. I already showed you where you charge it. Let's see, you got some of these, a little bit of texturing here up on the top, these kind of fins. Pretty aggressive texturing. I would say it's not like you've got mild and then very aggressive. It's definitely between medium and aggressive. So, you know, be aware of that. It's great when you got a pair of gloves on. It's not going to beat your hands up, but it is more aggressive than some of the other lights out there. You can see with your pocket clip, or if you want to run that over a clip or something like on a sternum strap, you're going to see you got about an inch that's sticking out there. You do have the ring, the tactical ring, and you can, you know, you certainly hold it like this. You can pop that off if you want to. You just take off the end cap and remove that. You got your end pressure switch, rubberized, and your selector switch, rubberized. Huge win for me. Big fan of that. And I like the fact that you got your pressure switch at the end to turn it on and off, and then your selector switch here, and you're not having a selector switch all the way up here. So, you know, if you're holding it like this, let me just get it lined up here properly, but if you're holding it like this, turn it on, selecting through the outputs, right? It's all kind of happening at the back end, which is nice. If you do hold down, so you're basically going to turn it on, and it's going to select from your lowest up to your highest, and then back down to the lowest. If you hold down on that selector switch right there, it'll go into strobe mode. So warning here, strobe time coming up. There's your strobe. Click it again, and turn it off, or it'll drop down to the lower output. Yeah, I mean, the overall build of these things is really rugged. I took one of their more EDC flashlights and started to really put it through the paces, and one of their guys said to me, hey, it should be strong and hold up, but it's not made like the Warrior. It's not as thick as far as your metal. It's just not overall as rugged. These things are made to just really, you know, you're dropping this thing, kicking this thing, stepping on it by accident, pick it up. It's gonna take a licking and keep on ticking, basically. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of the light. Let's show you what it looks like and see maybe if this fits into one of your systems. All right, guys, we're outside now. I'm looking at my bushcraft base camp, which is just recently getting put together here as we just moved. So first one is going to be at the firefly setting, which you really can't see anything. I'll show you my hand on camera, but you really can't see much more around the base camp. I would say I can barely see at this level. So let's go up to 95 lumens here. I can start to make out some of the area in general. And I'm back probably 25 feet away from the camp here. Let's go up to medium 333 here, 333 lumens. So certainly you can see pretty much the whole area from my wood pile there, got your shelter, and then over to some of the kind of some benches and things I've made. So this whole area is coming together. And yeah, when I shine in the middle, I can see pretty much the whole area. All right, we're gonna go up to high. This is 1,430 lumens. And obviously just a ton of light, and it punches way out beyond just the camp here, out into the woods behind it. And now we'll do 4,200, so this is 4,200 coming up. All right, so we're gonna cycle through again. At the firefly setting, you can't really see much. I'm looking off towards the woods and towards one of the play sets in our yard, which is about probably, I would say, 75 feet away. So here's 95 lumens. Like, I can definitely see that there's a play set over there. Can't see great, but it's okay. Let's go up to 333. And now I can see, you know, all the way over to the play set, and side to side I can probably see from the end of the play set all the way over to the some of the trees headed off into the woods there. So I would say I could see probably 45, 50 feet across. Let's go up to 1430 here. So yeah, I mean, this thing is definitely giving me a lot of light out to both sides, and very balanced. You can definitely see a little bit of a hot center in person, but lots of nice balance on the light. And we'll go up to the turbo, which is 4,200. So as far as like you know, if I was looking for somebody in the woods there, I'm definitely able to see out both to the right and to the left quite nicely. Just a real quick look, here's strobe, so strobe warning. All right, I'm back quite a bit of distance away from the edge of the woods and the playset now. I'm probably 150 feet away here, so let's check out the different settings. So here's 95. You can see some of the grass. Let me just go up to the higher settings here. So this is 1430. I mean, I can see the entire yard here quite nicely pretty much, and up pretty high into the trees. I would say probably 30 feet up into the trees too. Again, 1430 here. Let's go to 4200. Just a ton of light coming out of this quite compact flashlight, but really putting some nice light out there. So Powertac definitely builds lights with law enforcement in mind. And, you know, if there was somebody with ill intent who was out there in the woods coming toward me, with this amount of light, it would be hard for them to sneak up, you know, from either side, the right or the left, unless they pretty much came from behind me. So, yeah, really nice light here. We are inside now. This is going to be Firefly, so 0.72 lumens is the first thing you're seeing. 0.72 lumens. So as far as like with the camera, you can't see a whole lot. I could see, you know, okay, looking around the kitchen here, but definitely not a ton of light. You can see some of the reflecting off the refrigerator there. Let's go up to low here, which is 95 lumens. So obviously 95 lumens lights up the whole area. And we've got white cabinets, so it definitely puts light off back at the, you know, at the camera here. But that's 95 lumens. Let's go up to medium. This is 333 lumens. Obviously, even more light, holding up the light really high now. And then out in front of the camera. So 333 at close range here if you were inside. All right, going up to 1430, 1430 lumens now. I mean, that just blinds the camera. So I'm shining it down now at the ground, like almost directly in front of the camera here, and it's giving enough light to see. But obviously, just a ton of light output there. And now we're going to go up to 4200, which is turbo. This is going to be even more blinding. So I mean, obviously just totally washed down on the camera. All right, guys, so you've seen it in use. Let's wrap up talking about the Warrior G4-FL. Again, FL for flood. Here's the deal. It's going to run you $150 on their website, but with the discount code EDTV, you're going to save 30%. So you're paying around $100 for this flashlight. This, to me, is comparable to some of the Warrior lights from Olight. This compared to that, well, I think you're going to get more burn time out of this. You're going to have better durability with this compared to that. I like Olight. I've worked with them. But these lights from Powertac, man, these things just, they're really, really rugged. So if you're looking for something that can, you know, definitely punch light out into the night, but also flood in particular in a compact size, this guy's a winner. Day to day for some people, you know, if you're doing a lot of hunting, let's say, you want something that can really punch out into the night because you're looking for, you know, animals, whatever. At say the dusk hours or the evening time hours, then yeah, maybe you want something that can really throw light. In general though, my experience has been this is the kind of light that's great to keep in a bag or in a car because yeah, I want to have light go out into the night, but I want to see a bigger area. If I have to work on my car and I got to like lay this on the ground to shine at the car while I'm working, I don't want a tight beam. I want something that's wider, right? This thing just does a great job at that. So for ending up around $100 to get this, you got your charging option, you get your charging cord, you get your little holster, you get your lanyard. It comes with the battery, comes with the case. Like I said, you can keep it like under your seat or somewhere in your car so it's not going to get beat up. I just think there's a lot of wins to this light. And again, because I've worked with Powertac and I like the quality of their products, I'm definitely a fan of this light. So yeah, I like the other Warriors. I like this one as well. I actually think this one is probably more functional than some of the other ones I've used when it comes to my lifestyle because I do want something that gives me some flood, but in a compact size and handheld. Like it doesn't, you know, it's not like a big clunky light that, yeah, it gives you a huge flood, but it's just massive. This one I think is just more functional. So I think this one's actually going to go into my car as a light and to replace a light I actually have in my car right now. Because I just think this guy's going to do a better job. So yeah, let's hear your thoughts on the Warrior G4-FL. If you do need something that has a tighter beam, they do have other Warriors that are more of a thrower as opposed to a flood. But again, I think this one's going to be better for my lifestyle overall, just the needs I have when it comes to a flashlight. So let's hear your thoughts, let's hear your feedback, especially if you have this light or you've used other lights from Powertac. Let's hear what you have to say about these guys, and let's get that conversation started in the comment section now. Alright guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Bureau as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.